Are you someone who's struggling to balance you? Number one. Number two, family and friends. And number three, the work that you do. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. So, with this, putting yourself as your number one goal, it might seem a little bit weird. Most people go, hell no, my friends, my family has to come before that. If I love myself, then I don't love the people that I'm supposed to care about. But the reason self is number one, and it has to be, is because the focus needs to be internal. If your focus is external, then you're going to end up putting family and friends first or work first. And why you're doing that is because you want to show up with your family and friends and love them a certain way. But you're not loving them a certain way because that's what they deserve. You're loving them that way so that you get love in return. That's what you want. If you put work number one, then you want to achieve. You want to do well. You want to be congratulated. You want to be upskilled and upgraded in the work that you do. Maybe make more money. And that will hopefully make you feel good enough, make you feel loved or appreciated. So, self is number one because when we focus internally and we start liking ourselves, maybe even loving ourselves for exactly who we are, then we show up in these areas, family and friends and work, as the version of ourselves that we actually are. Authentic, like integrated, not lying, not masking ourselves just to get love or appreciation or money from those areas. And so why it becomes really important to talk about this, especially if you're working away, is understanding that family and friends and work, although they're going to be 2 and 3 in terms of like what you're going to choose or what your focus areas are going to be, if you're working away, if you're FIFO, or even if you're just working in the city and you've got a big job, you have to give your time and attention to the work that you do, you're going to have to put work number two. That sounds wrong, that sounds off, but the difference is if you put work at number two for the hours that you are actually at work, then what you have to do is communicate with your partner, with your family, that you're not going to be available. Yes, call me, reach out to me if you need my help, if there's a problem, if you really need my time and attention. But if I'm at work, work has to be number two. The beauty about that is you also swap that around when you leave work, when you fly back for your R&R if you're FIFO, or when you leave the office, when you're working in a city job. You fly back or you leave the office, you get back home, and then you put family number two. Again, you swap them back around. And the beauty about this, putting family and friends as your number two and putting work as number three, is you have to teach yourself how to be okay with not checking your phone all the time, not checking your emails all the time. If you're like a superintendent or a mine manager from those mining companies who work away maybe 4 or 5 days of the week, they come home for the weekend, it's really hard to let go of like that time at home when family and friends are supposed to be number two. It's really hard to let go of work. They end up finding themselves on, Zoom calls, on meetings, and just working during the period where family and friends are supposed to be number two, where the time and attention is supposed to go there. So, why that becomes a problem if we don't understand which one is going to be two at what times, then either side of this is going to feel like they don't matter. If you're not clear with your communication around how available you are when you're on R&R, when you're at home with your family, to the people that you lead, to the people that you work with, and they're reaching out to you and you're not answering and you're not communicating about why you're not, because you're giving your time and attention to family, they're going to feel like you're avoiding them, like you're not doing your job, like you're not working hard enough, and that's going to be tough. Just the same as with the family. If you're not communicating to your family that you're not available during the times that you're working in the city, or during your shifts when you're working away on site, they're going to feel like you're avoiding them too. And for the people who worry, who are constantly needing your time and attention so that they feel good enough, they're going to feel like something's wrong. Something's wrong with the relationship. They're not showing up for me. What are they doing out there? Happens a lot with FIFO, right? And so for you, if you're struggling to understand what order they go in, the 1, 2, 3, obviously self has to be number 1. Family and friends have to be number 2 for the majority of life. But if you're going to work, then you swap those around. You communicate openly, clearly with your family and friends that you're not going to be available. And that helps you focus on your work for the time that you're there without worrying about feeling like you're avoiding your family, like you're not showing up for them how they want you to, because you've communicated that well and agreed to it with the family, and they feel comfortable. They all of a sudden don't have this worry or this fear that you're giving more time to work or to people who might be there. That's it. Cheers.